Back to you.
Both major airports in Houston are closed right now, and crews were planning on evacuating Houston's main hospital, but they can't right now because it's surrounded by waist-deep water. Now, Ashley, what are you seeing right now on the radar? I know a lot's going on.
There is a lot going on, and unfortunately, the forecast isn't going to be changing anytime soon in terms of bringing a lot more water to the places we need it the least, and that is southeast Texas. As of right now, we've already seen some spots, many in fact, picking up over 25 inches of rain. That's over 2 feet. And we're still seeing bands of this coming down. So let's go ahead and take a look at the radar right now. Here you go. Houston, the downtown area getting a little bit of a break right now, kind of caught in between 2 bands of rain. But as this wobbles over the next couple of days, that is not going to continue to be the case. And even if the downtown area isn't getting hit, look at all these other areas back towards Brazosport and then up into western Louisiana. Now seeing some of these bands, the Bryan College Station area where we have Texas A&M located, that's been inundated. We're seeing several reports of over 10 inches in that area as well. Here's the issue. We're going to see this wobble a little bit to the south and east, still maintaining tropical storm status. That is winds of at least 40 miles per hour, but the winds are not going to be our issue. We're going to continue to see heavy rain in addition to what has already fallen. And in some cases, again, we are talking about well over 2 feet. This is just what's fallen in the last 24 hours. Unfortunately, our system doesn't go back farther than that, but we have seen several reports of up to 20 inches in Liberty County, which is southwest of the Houston area. And look how wide this area extends, where you're seeing nearly 17 inches. That's almost to the Austin area. A huge amount of water falling across southeast Texas. And of course, we were dealing with our own problems here. I'll talk about what's going to happen through the rest of the evening in terms of our flooding threat coming up in 3 minutes.
Ashley, that is wounds. The 8-month-old baby was also found dead inside the Avalon Square apartments. The main suspect, Williams, was the boyfriend of the mother and father of the baby. Well, the big story today is weather, both hurricane and now tropical storm Harvey, as well as local flooding. But I think we should start with Harvey.
Yeah, we are still tracking just historic flooding going on in southeast Texas, especially hard hit. We've seen all these horrible images from the Houston area. And this isn't going to let up anytime soon.
Some of them look crazy. You don't even think they're real. You have to double check. But I mean, flooding in some places more than 15 feet. It's
yeah,
wild.
we've seen several just coming up under the overpasses where they do have the sign of how high up it is. So we're talking 16 feet of floodwaters in many locations. And unfortunately, that rain is still coming down. I'll go ahead and walk you to the radar right now, where we have numerous showers and storms in and around the Houston area. Right now, downtown getting a little bit of a break, but over the next few days, it's not going to be much of one. We're likely to double some of our rainfall totals that we've seen so far. So by tomorrow morning, I think we see another band of rain getting going in the Houston area that will continue to shift a little bit farther to the east. In addition to what we've seen so far, look at some of these rainfall totals just through tonight, likely picking up another 2 to 3 inches around the Houston area. And then as this continues to park itself over the area for the next several days, we start talking about adding another 15 inches to that mix. If we start talking about 20 inches being the average for much of the Houston area, we're looking at topping 35 inches of rain across large portions of this, and likely seeing isolated totals between 40 and 50 inches before all is said and done with this storm. Thankfully, we're not dealing with anything like that. However, notice some of these rainfall totals over the next several days. We could start talking about anywhere from another 2 to 5 inches. While there may be some localized areas where we do get some flooding north of I-4, the majority of our issues are going to be south of I-4, Sarasota and Manatee counties, because you're so saturated from last night's rains. You're going to struggle a little bit more to kind of work everything through the system. So you should be aware, especially if you're driving, if you're out and about over the next couple of days. If you can't tell how deep that water is, do not try and drive through it. All brought about by potential Tropical Cyclone 10. This is likely to become Tropical Storm Irma sometime tomorrow. Here's a look at our radar. Bradenton, where we don't need the rain, you're seeing another batch of showers coming through. Some of the heaviest has been through Hernando counties. Right now, seeing a lot of moderate rainfall, but not coming down quite as much along the I-4 corridor, though definitely some messy conditions setting up there. And of course, we're getting these scattered showers moving throughout Sarasota County tonight as well. It's all on the back side of this low. We're just pumping in that moisture. So it's not just something we're going to deal with until the sun sets. We're likely going to see this continuing throughout much of the evening. So do be aware of that. Tomorrow also looks like we could see pretty consistently on again, off again showers and storms. But by Tuesday, as that system starts to pull to the northeast, those rain chances should start to drop off a bit, down to around 40% by Tuesday and then on through the weekend.